Leaders, and welcome back once again to another enlightening episode of Legendary Leadership Bites LLB with Fatah Khan. I'm your host, Fatah Khan, and today we are going to cover a very important topic. I would say this is like the foundation for any leadership, and this is nothing but the importance of leading with integrity. Now, imagine yourself as the pillar in the entire organization. You are somebody who is leading from the front. What is that will help you to actually inspire people and help them to be connected with you and to work towards the organization? Before we talk about actually how do you do that, let's understand what integrity means. Integrity, in simple words, it means doing the right thing even when no one is watching. A lot of people, when it comes to organizational values, they see integrity as one of the value, but many a times people do not even understand what is integrity. Right, there are different people thinking of different things. And recently I was talking to one person and I realized the definition of integrity for that one person was more of like integration, like integrating two different things together. That is how that person understood integrity as well. So there would be different people understanding integrity in different ways. But if you are working for any organization, integrity is like the foundation. And especially as a leader, it is very important for you to have integrity, because whatever you do, you are actually becoming the tone setter. You are becoming the light for others, where others are actually seeing you and following you. So integrity is very important. So what is integrity? Again, if I have to reiterate, integrity in simple words means doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It's about being honest, fair, and trustworthy in everything you do. Because think of it, you have joined any organization, right? And if you are working for that organization, one of the default values that you need to have with yourself, whether that's a value of the organization or not, is integrity, because that is true professionalism, right? If you are having integrity in whatever you do, right? And if you look at integrity, it's like more like a strong foundation that will hold up the entire building. Now, if you see, the foundation is the one which holds up. Similarly, integrity is the value that people will actually always respect you for. So when you have integrity, people can rely on you and you can feel proud of the way you live your life. Because integrity also, if you can see, it's like for yourself, if you look at it, it's like a mirror. Just as a mirror reflects your true image without distortion, integrity reflects your true character and your values. When you have integrity, you will stay true to yourself, no matter how the situation is. Just like how a mirror shows your reflection honestly without actually hiding anything. Right? So, today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you five benefits or the five things that you can see as something that will help you big time in your leadership. That is through integrity, like how integrity can help you to actually build a very strong leadership so that people can get inspired by you and people can follow you. So number one is foundation of trust and credibility. Now whenever you have integrity, like think of this, just as a building's foundation supports its structure, right? Integrity forms more like the bedrock of trust and credibility in leadership. Leadership, like leaders who consistently demonstrate this value called integrity, they will earn the trust, they will earn respect from team members, and they will always foster a culture of transparency and reliability. So as a leader, it's very critical for you. Number two is they will inspire ethical behavior. Now, how do you actually, like, if you see yourself even as a parent, how do you actually inspire or instill a behavior in your kid? Is it by you showing them certain videos, or is it by you making them read certain books, or is it by you sharing certain case studies or stories, or is it by you doing it yourself? And the answer, my dear friends, you know it. It is by you doing yourself, because your kids will not follow what you tell them, but they will see and follow what you show them. And integrity is such a big value that people will always look at you and follow. So if you are not able to bring integrity in your work, in whatever you do, you are not inspiring them towards the ethical behavior, right? I still remember in one of the organizations I worked, one of the things that I saw was, like, at one point of time, the team members were manipulating the numbers, the reports, just to ensure that their performance is seen as higher performance. It was more like a customer facing environment where we were dealing with customers and clients. And I saw some of the team members were not actually following the right behavior and they were manipulating the numbers just for the performance. And that was one level of shocker for me. But the biggest level of shocker for me was when I reached out to my manager, my leader, and then I shared with him this concern. The leader said, right, you just follow, like, you just do whatever you are doing. Why are you looking at others? How does it matter to you? I was like shocked. Okay, is this called leadership, where the leader knows that there are wrong practices that are happening and he or she is fine? And then later I realized it was more because the leader, just like the individuals who were trying to manipulate the numbers to show their performance, the leader was actually representing these manipulated numbers to show his performance. And that was actually creating a wrong image, and then that was actually inspiring not a good behavior, but it was inspiring a wrong behavior. So as a leader, it's very important for you to have integrity, because through integrity you inspire ethical behavior. It's like a moral compass where integrity directly actually shows the reflection of who you are. And leading with integrity actually will set a powerful example for others, inspiring the ethical behavior and fostering a culture of honesty and accountability within the organization. And it's vice versa. If a leader is not having that integrity, and if he or she is doing for selfish reasons and not following integrity as the value, then others will also not follow that. So as a leader, it's very important for you to follow that value called integrity. And number three, the third benefit that you have is it strengthens the relationship. Because we know if you have to get the work done from the team, it is more like getting the strong bonding and relationship built with the team. Because people will be ready to take feedback from you, inputs from you, or even work for you during the normal hours or late hours. It's just based on the relationship that you have built. But if you have following the right, if you are like always following and then doing things within the integrity, what will happen is you can build a strong relationship. Because what will happen is leaders who uphold the integrity, right, leaders who are always following the integrity will build authentic connections based on mutual respect. Because we know when we respect others, that's when others will respect. But this will actually directly help you to build that relationship and respect within your team members. And because of this, you will have a very supportive work environment for yourself. So that's number three. Number four is drives long term success. Now, integrity is the one which will actually help you for long term success. Now, one of the big challenge I have seen, right, especially if you see today's era, the way that it has been becoming, right, it is where everyone is looking for instant gratification. Everybody is looking for short term. If they are joining organizations also, they're just looking for shortcuts and success. This is one of the thing that actually is creating a wrong environment in the organizations. Because when you look for short term success, when you look for like shortcuts, that's when you actually follow wrong practices, and that's when you just get the short term success. But if you are a leader with integrity, it will help you in a long term success. Because whenever your foundation is strong, think of it again, the analogy of a building. Whenever you have the foundation which is strong, then how many levels that you keep going up, right? If your building is like three floor or four or five or whatever, you see the huge apartments and the buildings that are coming up in all the tier two, tier one, tier two cities. Now how is that apartment, or how are those floors able to stand very strong there? It is because of the foundation. And same way, just like that building, for the organization, integrity of a leader is that foundation, because it will help you in long term success. It's like a sturdy oak tree. Integrity provides the resilience needed to weather the storms and thrive over time. Like organizations led by leaders with unwavering integrity are better equipped to navigate the challenges, and they will always sustain long term success. You can see any big organizations, or you can see the highly successful people. They have always stood the ground strong and they have got long term success because of this one value called integrity. And then, number five, and the last benefit that I'm going to share with you all is it enhances your reputation and brand image. Like, what is a brand? A lot of people get confused with personal brand as the way you dress yourself, the car you own, or the home you own, or the kind of perfume you use, or the kind of pen you use, or the kind of mobile you use. A lot of people think that is what is brand. Of course, those can be a part of your brand, the kind of dressing you do, or the kind of perfume you wear on yourself, or your mobile, or your watch. These are all like helping you in terms of your brand identity. But that's not the real brand, right? It's just part of it. The real brand is your values. Your brand is your values, who you are as a person, right? What are your values? And that is your brand. And when you actually are having values strong as integrity being one of your value, then it will help you to build reputation and a strong brand image. Because think of it, how many people you would have met in your life who are not having the right kind of values and they grow in the corporate ladder by actually doing all the wrong things. And do you see them as a great brand that you want to follow and you are inspired by? And do you see that they have a great reputation in the marketplace? No, right? But if you have worked with even one boss or two boss or few people in your life, in your entire careers, where you have seen, wow, the kind of values that this person has, and the kind of way he treats people or she treats people, or the kind of way this person empowers as a leader the other team members, that is what people will remember you for. And that is how your brand image is created. Because just as like any other precious gem you see, which shines bright, integrity enhances any leader to shine bright just in the similar way, right? So leaders who prioritize integrity not only by upholding their values, but also that will help them in terms of building a strong positive reputation that attracts not only the team members but also their customers, stakeholders, and the entire organization, which will help in long term success. Now, before I conclude on this integrity, I just want to help you remember like leading with integrity is not just a choice, it's a fundamental principle that will actually underpin the effective leadership, right? In terms of like helping you when you are able to bring this integrity in your words and actions, and if you are making this as a part of your life, people will be inspired by you, people will follow you, and people want to work with you. So that's where integrity is the foundation. And I want to remind you once again that culture is a integral part of like integrity is an integral part of culture. If you want to build great culture in your organization, then it's important for you as a leader to always lead with integrity, because you always need to remember the position that you hold or the responsibility that you have. It's not just about yourself, it's about the people who are following you, who are believing in you, who are trusting you, and who look forward for great futures and their careers with you. So it is your duty, your responsibility to lead with integrity. I hope this helps you to not only understand integrity, but to understand the importance of integrity and how you can bring integrity in your leadership, because leaders who have integrity become legendary leaders. So thank you so much once again for joining me in today's episode. Until our next episode, keep leading with purpose and impact. Stay inspired, stay influential. Thank you so much for being here.